When installing cedar siding, there are a variety of recommendations that we make, and all of them are best practices. First and foremost, we recommend that siding, or as some call it, cladding, be pre-finished on all 6 sides before it goes on the wall. Balances the pieces and helps it lay flat and stay straight. So number 1, pre-finished on all sides. You should be using ring shank siding nails, high quality, corrosion resistant ring shank siding nails. They need to be long enough so that they penetrate solid wood by a minimum of 1 1/4 inches. That means with horizontal siding applications, you're nailing through the siding and the breathable building paper into the wood sheathing and the stud. For vertical siding applications, you need to provide a nailing framework into which to fasten the siding. You can't just nail it to the wood sheathing and expect it to perform to expectations. So you have to block the wall between the studs, maximum spacing 24 on center, or you can create a furred out system, a rain screen system with furring on the outside of the wood sheathing and the building paper. Maximum spacing there would be 16 inches on center. And of course, if you're doing a furred out system for a vertical siding install, you have to be mindful of drainage because you have to allow for drainage around those furring strips which are installed horizontally. All butt joints must meet on solid framing. So a horizontal butt joint needs to meet at the stud. A vertical butt joint needs to meet at the horizontal blocking so that the nails are embedded into solid wood. The field cuts must be sealed or stained when they're cut. The end grain of cedar can absorb and will absorb up to 250% more moisture than the other surfaces. This is especially important with siding that's primed and going to be top coated with solid stain or paint. Failure to seal those end cuts with primer means that the end grain is exposed. It will absorb the moisture through the end grain, and ultimately it will push off the coating systems. The moisture will actually absorb into the end grain of the wood, and it will cause adhesion problems for the primer and the paint, or the primer and the solid stain. When installing cedar siding and trim, we recommend hand nailing. Heavy nailing can distort the wood, which can compromise its performance. We recognize that pneumatic tools, guns, are very popular. If one needs to use a gun, we recommend that it be adjustable so that they can turn the pressure down so that it leaves the siding nail proud, and then you tap it flush. When you're installing bevel siding, because bevel siding cantilevers out from the wall, you don't install the siding nail at a 90-degree angle. You have to allow for the tip out that you have with the angle from the siding. So you're going to drive the siding nail at the same angle as the bevel is away from the wall so that the nail winds up flush with the surface of the wood. If you drive it straight, it's going to be half countersunk, which creates a problem, especially with your pre-finished wood. Never nail through 2 layers of wood. This primarily applies to bevel siding and to board and batten applications. So in bevel siding, minimum overlap is 1 inch. When it comes to board and batten, we recommend that the boards, 8 inch and wider, that you have 2 nails spanning the center of the piece of the board, and then the boards are spaced 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch apart depending on the width of the bat, and you want the nail for the bat to pass in between the 2 boards that it overlaps.